Hi everybody, this is a 4-color control deck that also has an infinite combo right in the middle of it. I'm going to let you pause the video here and see if you want to try and figure it out for yourself. It definitely took me a few minutes when I first saw it, and I wanted to try it out, see if I could even make it work, and share it with you. Alright, so how does this all work? We've got Phyrexian Atlas in play, and an opponent with 3 poison counters on it. Because Elesh, Norn, and Hullbreaker are already in play, we're going to play Famished Foragers. This is going to give us 6 mana altogether, thanks to Elesh, and the Hullbreaker is going to go off, and we're going to return target non-land permanent to our hand. Now, we've used the Phyrexian Atlas mana to play the Famished Foragers, so we're going to target the Atlas and return that to our hand. We're going to play the Phyrexian Atlas one more time. However, that triggers our Hullbreaker Horror, which allows us to bounce the Famished Foragers back to our hand, and then repeat the process again and again. So as long as we're paying for the Foragers each time with the Atlas, we're going to get that trigger as many times as we feel like doing it. I'm going to show you one game with this deck where I did manage to get the combo off, but otherwise, you can just win games as a regular control deck with this and save your combo for desperate situations. So let's get over and see that game on the ranked standard ladder. I'll be with you for commentary, but as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Alright, this is okay. We got some tap lands, some early plays. I'm hopeful that this Informant can help us find land number 3, and we can go to town with Atlas or Kaito. The weirdest thing to me about this deck, we pick up a nice Proliferate card here. Oh, and our opponent with a Guardian New Benalia. Haven't seen that one too much. Let's get Raffine's Informant going. Such a strange deck. Like, it functions like a control deck, but then we've got this random convoluted combo in the middle of it. Been winning mostly so far just the standard control way, playing a Depopulate, finishing off with a big creature and a Planeswalker. Alright, so Informant's done its job. We're going to play the Atlas, and that way we've got 2 up in case we want to Augury. Not going to attack here. Opponent likely wants to discard something. There's a Restoration. Usually you see a Spirited Companion with that card, but they're not too fussy about losing their 2-drops, since they can usually just discard a spare plains and get back whatever they want. We're going to Augury here. Let's get this Famished Foragers. Ooh, and we can Proliferate. Get back our Voidwing and put a counter on the Informant. That seems good. Well, let's attack then. We can give them the choice of discarding to block or getting in for 4. Ah, I see. So they're going to discard the portal, make their creature invincible, save some life. Let's get our Raffine's tower down. Not sure we have an out for that portal if they've got a Reanimator spell, so let's do Voidwing and Kaito. This is going to be a scenario where we got to make him have it. Because if we try to play it slow, we might just end up losing to that portal. Kaito gives us a nice draw since we did attack there. They discard Cityscape Levelers, so I imagine there's some kind of reanimation happening here. Alright, just Elsbeth this turn. Yeah, come to think of it, I don't think we have any artifact removal in this deck. Not even a disenchant or anything. Alright, well, I don't feel bad about attacking last turn. They were going to discard to Restoration anyway, so they've got their juicy reanimation targets ready to go. Who do we attack here? Let's just all attack face, I think. Well, no. Let's send the Informant over at Elsbeth. Kind of force the block if they're ready to... Well... Maybe there's a scenario where they'll... not used to playing with these cards. Maybe there's a scenario where they let the Guardian go, and we can Vraska's Fall Elsbeth. But no, they're going to block here, make that indestructible. Let's see. If we fall, they could just sack the Guardian. Let's draw and see what we can get. A land. Do we fall? They've got 1 poison counter and we need 3 for this combo to work. So we kind of need to think about planting the seeds for that eventually happening. Maybe Elesh Norn here is just a big threat. All right. Not the best, but I think we're in a decent spot here. Trying to think about if there was a way I could have forced them into a situation where Vraska's Fall finished off the leftover thing. Not sure there was. All right, so Elsbeth going to put a counter on the flipped side of Restoration. And looks like no attacks. All right, we draw another Voidwing. Let's see what Kaito can get us. Doing this pre-attack just to see what all of our options are. All right, we'll discard spare land here. Well, I think we're going to Vraska's Fall finally. All right, they're going to let go of the Guardian. That gets them to 2 poison counters. If this attack gets in, they'll be at 3, and so that piece of the puzzle will be ready. We're going to try to get in at Elsbeth. Opponent with a Wandering Emperor, though. Who's getting exiled?
You're just underwhelming.
Oh, no. It's the Voidwing.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
All right, so they'll block with the Restoration, get a free token, and we get in a hit at Elsbeth. Well, we're going to have to replay Voidwing then. Or can we get this out and maybe start looting? Let's go Voidwing. All right, Restoration number 2 is going to flip over for them. So we're looking at a board full of tokens pretty soon. They did find the 8th land for that Cityscape Leveler. Opponent puts a +1 counter on the first Restoration. And they're going to be able to destroy something else with this Leveler. Let's see what they target here before we make decisions. They go for Elesh Norn. All right. Goodbye. We have another copy in our hand. Doesn't make sense to block too much here. Kaito, more of a card draw engine for us than anything else at the moment.
Time to go.
That's 1 leveler down. Okay. We'll get in at the Wanderer. That's down. And I think we need to depopulate here. Yeah. All right. Oh, and we had a multicolored creature, so we get to draw a card. We get Raffine's Informant. Let's play that. Draw and... yeah, we'll just discard Voidwing. We do have a Proliferate spell in hand now, which will take care of the 3rd poison counter, and we'll get back those Voidwings as an additional threat. Not much left on board for the Leveler to destroy. They're going to destroy the Informant, so luckily we keep our Atlas here, and the Leveler's going to exile itself. So opponent just left with 1 card now, and we are at 7 life. A little precarious. Let's play backup Norn. Okay. We've got the Foragers. Opponent going to Restoration. We've got Foragers, Elesh Norn, and the Atlas. So we just need a poison counter on the opponent, and we need to find Hullbreaker. There's Cruelty. That's a way to find Hullbreaker. It's going to cost us some life. And that Proliferate will get us a couple of Voidwings back. All right. Well, it's going to take a couple of turns of setup. Let's scry Cruelty to the bottom. We don't need another Atlas. Let's get rid of that. think we're safe to get in with Elesh because she's got vigilance, so the Wanderer can't touch her. All right, let's Cruelty. I think we're going to take a look and see what they're holding on to over there. It's probably a spell, but we can't use the card we're going to tutor for anyway. Oh, and it's a Reanimator spell. We've got Repair and Recharge. All right, we're going to play out Voidwing. Okay, looks like opponent didn't discard anything there. Guess they're waiting on the portal, unless the portal got exiled, or they kind of forgot about it. Anyway, we're going to pick up Hullbreaker here, thanks to the Grim Tutor. Yeah, they do have a portal down there. All right, well, we're going to try to keep Elesh alive. Let's get in with these things. All right, Wanderer.
Anyone who harms my people must
That's going to
contend
exile the
with
Voidwing.
me. I am
Opponent up to
almost sad
27.
see you go.
We are at 4. Any other responses? No, so we get in for 4 with Elesh. Hullbreaker, we can afford it. Let's just pass. It's got flash, so no sense in exposing it to a portal. It feels like they're trying to build up a board and keep portal in reserve for when they need it. Yeah, so they're going to target Elsbeth with this.
Right.
Just looking to get some standard value plays. So they're going to go searching through the top. They find Bankbuster and put a shield counter on it. Must be thinking they don't want to start stealing all of our Voidwing prodigies that are going to pop out of the grave anyway. All right, they're going to pass, so let's Hullbreaker. We know they can't counter it. They have removal for it? Looks like no. All right, Cruelty. We've got Elesh in play. We can just do an Informant here. So Informant will connive twice thanks to Elesh. I'm just going to use it to filter through some lands, though. All right. Now, this is... I think I've finally got the combo here. Let's give this a shot. So Foragers triggers Hullbreaker. Hullbreaker will bounce the Atlas that we used to pay for the Foragers. Atlas has already hit the opponent for 1. Foragers triggers twice. We get 6 red mana. We use 3 of that to replay Atlas. Triggers Hullbreaker. Hullbreaker will bounce Foragers back to our hand. Atlas comes down. So let's replay... Nope. Let's use the Atlas. Now we've got 4 red mana. Replay Foragers. And just let the process continue. One of the clunkiest combos I've ever seen, but it's working. Unless the opponent has interaction, we're just going to keep repeatedly playing the Phyrexian Atlas. In effect, untapping it so we can keep tapping it for 1. And yeah, opponent sees it and scoops it up. Good game.